Thank you, Your Eminence, for the wonderful introduction. And on behalf of my co-trustees of the Cura Foundation, Steve Martin and Max Gomez, we want to thank you for your unwavering support over these past 8 years. You've really inspired us with your conviction that there's an interface between science and faith. You've been a catalyst to our sharing of knowledge and collaborating and understanding the different perspectives to be effective in advancing human health and preserving humanity, culture, and society. I also want to say a very extra special thank you to Monsignor Trafny for his support, insights, and vision in building the bridge between science and faith and the partnership with the Cura Foundation to create the forum of collaboration and inspire hope in others. He's become a great friend, and I feel blessed to have him in our lives. Now to our guests. Welcome to the Unite to Cure event, the 4th International Vatican Conference. As I look over the audience, I recognize many of you that I'm proud to call friends, and others that I've only seen in the news or TV or the first author on the journal of the medical journals, and we're honored that you've chosen to be with us to take part in this global healthcare initiative, where together we want to take an interdisciplinary approach to improve human health globally. Over the next few days, we'll share pivotal knowledge on ways to prevent illness. We'll introduce breakthrough technologies that will hold the promise to repair and cure disease. We'll consider cultural, religious, and societal implications of the discoveries which is so important today, as we have the technology now that can change humanity forever. The difference between benefit and harm will depend on the choices that we make and the actions we take, and we must understand the power that's been entrusted to us. These are exciting times, and as leaders, we have an obligation to use science for good. We owe it to the families of Syria to restore their faith that chemistry can heal, not just hurt. We have a duty to children that are malnourished to use biology to feed the world and not endanger the environment that they live in. We must also find ways to show millions of people that big data can help make healthcare more efficient and not just be a repository of personal data that can be obtained and abused by others. Our discussion over the next 3 days will be founded on a universal concern, both geographically and spiritually. We'll explore how to take advantage of emerging technologies, how to advance medical discovery even when budgets are tight, and how political agendas may be getting in the way, and how we can have an effect on that. There simply isn't enough time for those that are sick and dying, so we need to hurry. We need to see how we can work together to improve access to care so that healthcare can be more universal. We're privileged to have with us here moderators to help the discussion be more powerful, stay on schedule. We have Emmy Award-winning host of the Dr. Oz Show, professor of surgery, New York Presbyterian Columbia University Medical Center, Dr. Mehmet Oz, Emmy-winning chief medical correspondent of CNN Health and Medical, associate chief of neurosurgery at Grady Memorial Hospital, and faculty neurosurgeon at Emory Clinic, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, and Emmy Award-winning medical correspondent of CBS New York, Dr. Max Gomez. We also appreciate the participation of Gabola Amusa, Ted Tentoff, and Tosh Yaganik, helping to lead these important discussions with their unique perspective. Our choices of moderators was deliberate. Their presence in the daily lives of so many can be instrumental in sharing accurate information that ultimately can empower people to take control of their own lives and help one another when needed. Their presence is a reminder that communication might be the most powerful tool that we have to spread optimism and hope, while at the same time keep the conversation alive regarding the importance around the acceptable uses of synthetic biology and gene editing. Over the next 3 days, you'll meet real patients. They'll share their personal stories. You'll meet their families, their doctors, and the brilliant minds behind these therapies. You'll meet the visionary scientists and the philanthropists that are investing in health and prevention, and the regulatory officials and companies paving the way to a more rapid delivery and commercialization of these cutting-edge innovations. You'll meet leaders of different religions, officials from different countries, and be part of a dialogue where we ask the hard questions that come with all of this emergence of technology. And I want to thank our speakers and the patients and their families who have traveled from around the world to share their stories. You are our true heroes, and we'll be celebrating our patients and their families at the end of the program. I'd also like to thank the many collaborators and supporters, including the Vatican Secretary of State, STOQ Foundation, the Pontifical Academy of Life, and the Vatican Secretariat of Communication, the BOSARGE Family Foundation, Sanford Health, Hackensack Meridian Health, XPRIZE Foundation, Cellularity, Sorrento Therapeutics, Ray Chambers, the Leona and Harry Helmsley Charitable Trust, the Guthrie Jackson Charitable Foundation, Hearst Communications, Jones Day Foundation, the Norman Gordon Smith Family Foundation, Our Lady of America Ministries, RSJ, SanuMed, Act for NIH, the Angiogenesis Foundation, ARM, Aspire Capital Partners, Avexis, Be the Match, Editas Medicine, Dr. Ron DePindo and Linda Chin, IBM Watson Health, Intellia Therapeutics, J&B Medical Supply, Lowenstein Sandler, John and Mary Papajohn, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, Samsung, Skin Influence, Alliance Global Partners, the Andrew Sabin Family Foundation, Caladrius Biosciences, Chardin Capital Partners, CRISPR Therapeutics, Healthy Village, Mesoblast, Piper Jaffray, Libby and David Ridgewhite, Stern Aegis, Tivity Health, Megan Dick Weekly, SETI Economics, Cryoport, Rich Sackler Family Foundation, the Susan Scott Foundation, United Neuroscience, Vincent Biosciences, Dr. Martin Bednar, Jim S. Adler and Associates, Selective Benefits Group, Alex and Annie, Gemelli Foundation, and Dr. Raphael Lindalfi, SOLA, and the Sovereign Order of Malta, as well as those that have remained anonymous. We are so grateful to have everyone join us in the Unite to Cure mission and their support. I'd also like to extend an extra special thank you and a heartfelt, caring and devotion to the incredible individual, Dr. Ed BOSARGE. He has supported the foundation for the past 8 years, when this was just an idea. Dr. BOSARGE's generosity, tireless efforts in the adult stem cell advocacy and legislative work, and his philanthropic endeavors have earned him many awards, titles, and widespread recognition. And we are forever grateful to him. And I'd like to give a special warm welcome and a thank you and a hand. A few housekeeping matters. We appreciate if you'd silence your electronic devices and refrain from using them during the session. We have scheduled breaks throughout the day so that you can make phone calls. Additionally, taping, recording, and taking photos is strictly prohibited, and we really appreciate you respecting our host's request in this matter. We will post most of the pictures and the videos will be available upon request. You can go to the website to download them. And remember, if you need translation, they're in your seats. 1 for English to Italian, 2 for Italian to English, and English to Russian is the third channel. Additionally, if you need to come back in the program during the talks, please stand in the back and try and wait to a break. It's also important to remember no food, no drinks in the auditorium, so please throw them out before re-entering. And also, no gum under the seats. Finally, we ask that you help us using your social channels to share highlights with the world and continue this global movement using @CuraFDN. Please include the hashtag #UniteToCure with your tweets. And finally, before I step away, please remember that each and every one of you are important and can make a difference. We want to be able to stand before you in 2 years and show you the results of the seeds that we lay here over the next few days. And we want to inspire people to be healthier. We want to extend the access of these emerging technologies, including preventative measures, and advancing vaccines and behavioral modifications, and encourage participation in donor programs such as Be the Match. We want to see an increase in investment in biotechnology and advancements of these cures. We hope that each of you will not just master your own field, but will see how your discoveries can help influence and help impede the progress of someone who may be stumbled in another discipline. So let's all listen, talk, with the commitment to one another to do good and make the world a better place. As I know it can be frustrating at times, waiting, walking, and at night your feet are going to hurt, I want you each to remember that these security measures are meant to protect the Pope and the cardinals and the thousands of years of tradition and worship, so try and be patient. Thank you, Cardinal Ravasi.